Hi, I'm Matt Covell. One of the advantages to Scrum project management is it allows us to break product development down into iterative cycles known as sprints. Sprints are 2 to 4 week backlogs of stories that comprise your features. Stories are the lowest level of granularity that you can organize development into. Each story usually has a time estimate allotted to it. Whether you do this in hours or points is really up to your project management style. Personally, on our team, we use points in that 1 point equals 2 hours of development time. Each story also has four major components: the title, which encapsulates what the story is looking to accomplish, the mission, I'll talk a little bit about that further, the steps, and the deliverables. Your mission should be listed in the format of, as a user, I would like to do something so that I can achieve some goal. So the first section, user, is the user role that will be the performer for this feature. It could be something as broad as just general user, or an example would be for my team, we're doing a social networking site for gamers. So for us, users could be members of a clan, and they could be different ranks in the clan. So it would be as a clan leader or as a clan member, and obviously a clan leader would have more permissions than just a regular user. So the do something section is the action or a series of actions that the user wants to take. So this portion can be really thought of from a developer's perspective as what is to be implemented. So what feature do you want to accomplish with this story, or what new idea do you want to be able to code? And achieve some goal, the final section, is the business or use case that defines why this is actually valuable to the user. So this ensures that you stay focused on the customer and end user rather than adding features just because they're cool, because you always want to be reassessing the situation in Scrum and saying, is what we're doing valuable? Is this feature actually going to add something? So achieve some goal might give a little bit of the reasoning behind why you'd want to add that feature. Next up are your steps or tasks. These break the story down into various subcomponents that follow the stages of coding. What this allows you to do as a project manager is see where along in the story's development your devs are. Or also it allows other devs to pick up on the story and see where the last programmer left off. The final component in stories is your deliverable or acceptance criteria. More so than anything else, it's important that this is developed prior to giving an estimate on the story, because this will show all the use cases and test scenarios for that feature. The textual description of acceptance criteria defines the functionality of a story. Acceptance criteria needs to include a list of the actions that a user should be capable of performing, the intended results, behavior, and user experience. It should also include the actions that a user should not be capable of performing and those intended results. It needs to discuss exactly what happens when a user takes any action. Specific details are definitely required. If text is to be displayed, exactly what text? Where should that text be displayed? Because a picture is worth 1,000 words, any feature that includes a graphical design element should also include a basic mock-up to remove any ambiguity when it comes to placement or design of the feature. As a project manager, ensuring that your team creates accurate and complete stories will enable your team for success. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, mjcovell@gmail.com, or visit my blog, mattcovell.com. Thank you.